Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to episode 23, I think it's episode 23 of my Warriors career mode. It's season 2 also. It's taking on the Gold Coast Titans, and there is something I want to talk about in this episode. So I'll get into it when it starts. And I think that's Matt Schramm. I said we could talk about him a little bit too. It's a little bit strange. I think it's a little bit unfair what they're doing to Matt Schramm at the Titans. And I totally don't agree with it. But while the load screens, while that's all happening, take time to ask if you could drop a like. 15 is what we're going for. I'm not sure how we've been doing, because I can't remember. I think we might have been getting close-ish. Maybe not hitting it, but, you know, it's still good to go for it. So, yeah, 15 likes. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, nearly at 550. That'd be really awesome if we can hit that. So, let's get into the game. So, we'll look at the Titans lineup. I don't really know some of the players. Matt King's there. Jordan Rankin. Wow. I suppose touch on Matt Schramm a little bit at the start. So if you're unaware, Matt Schramm had just signed a contract extension and an upgrade like 5-6 months ago, whatever. Maybe when Cartwright was in charge, I'm not sure. And now he's been told they don't want him, which I find completely ridiculous. I think he's a pretty okay player. They got Beau Falloon, who I'm sorry, but Beau Falloon is he's the worst cooker in the comp if he's going to be your first choice, unless you're bringing in someone like some gun hooker. Matt Schramm is your option. I don't know why they're going for Beau Falloon, unless Schramm is just on a ridiculous contract. I mean, I can understand it maybe because Cartwright was a bit of a shit coach, so he probably paid overs for a lot of people. I think Titans are known for paying overs. That's why they're over the salary cap, or why they got fined for the salary cap for paying huge money for Scott Prince, and he wasn't even at the club. So it just shows their recruitment's not very good at all. I suppose Greg Bird and stuff probably on heaps. Bailey was probably on heaps, although he's retired now. Who else? Nate Miles probably on heaps. Came from the Roosters. Oh, Madalino. Who else is there? Dave Taylor will be on massive amounts, considering he came from the Rabbitohs. Fishy gets tackled. He looked very slow there, though Anthony Don's pretty quick. They've got Zillman probably on massive overs too. Uh-oh. Don't know how they didn't hit Harrell, but I don't think getting rid of Schramm is the answer. Especially you just got rid of Albert Kelly, you just got rid of Maurice Blair, who I probably would assume they paid overs for him, and he didn't even play last year. He was a starting centre for Storm in 2013, I think. So yeah, just some shocking recruitment by them, and now they're left with a bit of a hole to fill with very little money. So you know, it's Titans' own fault. They've done it to themselves. They should get some better recruiters. Hopefully their new coach, I mean, he might not be the best coach, but at least his recruitment might be a little bit better. I think Mortimer's a pretty good signing, although Mortimer did come last year, but you know what I mean. Better signing than these guys, I think. Oh, no way. Mannering. Alright, so we touched on Schramm. What I was actually going to talk about is, yeah, I suppose it's a serious issue. It's not really. I don't know what I'm actually going to talk about, whether I'm going to talk about drugs and alcohol, or I'm going to just talk about... I'll just start and we'll see where it goes. I might talk about the next episode too. So, this morning, which is the 10th of November, I was reading... there's been a few articles about this girl who's died from, I think it's a drug overdose, ecstasy, I'm pretty sure, at a festival. And I think it sounds like it's a pretty common thing. I don't go to festivals, so I can't really say for sure, but it sounds like a pretty common thing at festivals. And she's died. But what bugs me is like when people, they come out and they go, oh, it's so out of character, blah blah blah. And it's like, really go like a regular festival goer, and you think it's out of character that they might be doing some drugs. And also what made me bring this up is, like, you know, when there's like a shooting or something all the time, they're like, it's so out of character, like, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see them shooting up a school and killing so many people. It was like, really? There wasn't just one little thing that gave away that, you know, they might have been a bit crazy. Or a lot of times they're like, oh, they were nice, they're polite, they just stuck to themselves. And like, it's like, really? Just not even a little bit of crazy. Like, they didn't, like, there was a kid in like at a high school with me, and you know, he was nice for the most part, but then he'd get a little bit crazy and say things like he's gonna eat people's livers and stuff like that. And if you actually know him in real life, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. I won't mention names because that's a bit unfair, but you know they did say, oh no, thank God for Friend. That's who Titan should try and get Nathan Friend back. Oh, good work, Nielsen. Yeah, like they do very weird things, like constant like aggression, like everything. But then he was also really quiet sometimes, and then other times he'd be really loud, like a little bit strange. And it's like if someone came and said, oh, I don't know, this is gonna sound bad, but if someone came up and said, oh, you know, they did so and so, like they killed someone, or I don't know, they shot up a school or some shit, like I don't know why I laughed at that. Oh, that's a bit weird. But it's kind of like, oh, you'd be like, oh, I'm not really surprised because, you know, he was a bit of a nutter at school. But like all these, every time there's a shooting, I have not seen one where they're like, oh, they were weird or something like that. It's always, oh, they're nice. And then what I'm trying to get back to is, like, obviously the parents, they're not going to admit it, whether, you know, it's a very traumatizing time for them. But yeah, I don't know, I get a little bit annoyed when all the time, you see people who come and talk about, you know, say example, this girl who's just died from like an overdose on ecstasy or whatever, or she had I don't know, I'm not sure exactly how she died, but it was due to the drug. And I think she had alcohol in her system as well, so like mixing, probably not a very good idea. But yeah, when people come out and say, oh, you know, it's not their go, that's like this it's like in rugby league where, oh, Fishy, he's off. It's like in rugby league where, I don't know, Burgess will squirrel grip someone and say, oh, it's not in his game. I don't know where it's come from. It's like, dude, he does it all the time. He does shit like this all the time. Little grubby thing. And yeah, I do have a bit of a Burgess vendetta. I just don't like him. But it is a valid point, I think. No. And we just blew another try. Also, I think last episode I said that I'm going for an undefeated end to the season, seeing we've been beat a few times. So it was so depressing having to put up those videos, like, because I do them ahead of time. Right now I'm doing like, this is the first of 6 I'm doing today, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. So my voice is going to be pretty sore after this. But yeah, it's so depressing going back and having to like check out the video and be like, oh, this is what happened, who did we verse? And then say like, oh, we finally lost. That was heartbreaking. And thank you for the support, guys. It helped me deal with it. Come on, Hoffman. But yeah, leave in the comments, like, what are your thoughts? How old are you, and like, what are your thoughts on drugs and alcohol? Because I'm not a big fan of them myself. I can see why people do it, like alcohol, that is. Drugs are kind of, you know, I'm not a big fan of them at all. You see people who talk about weed and stuff. Like, I like Joe Rogan and stuff, but sometimes they just take it overboard. Like, say like weed's like saving the earth and that sort of stuff. It's like, come on, really? You can't expect me to believe that. No, we're so close. I haven't made any subs. No stuff. Let's let them play on. No, we should make some subs, definitely. Look how tired they are. That was silly for me not to make subs. I'm getting hair in my eyes and it's really itchy, and I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to get a haircut is the answer, but also can't do it right now. Maybe I might go put a hat on after this episode just to stop it. I ain't putting a headband on, anything like that. That is not happening. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, drugs and alcohol. So yeah, obviously, like, I'm 19, so being around people, you know, who were drunk, and friends have been drunk and they go to parties and stuff. I wasn't really much of a party guy myself, but some of my friends did. And the ones that I did go to, didn't really enjoy that much. I don't like being around like drunk people. It's hard to explain. Well, it's actually not, but some people can handle it, but then there's others who just become full on stupid, the dumbest people I've ever seen. They break shit, they say stupid shit, and it's not people who I really want to be around. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. And also, me myself, I don't drink, and here's why. The reason is, I think, like, when I talk about those people, how I don't like them and stuff, and I don't want to be people that I just say I don't like, and I feel that I would be. Oh, no. Another set of 6. Like, I feel I'd be a terrible drunk. And throughout high school, all the time you get that, oh, look, we'll get you drunk on the weekend. And it's like, nah, I don't think so. I'd rather not. Because I think I'd be one of the people who would, you know, say things they would regret while on the piss and that sort of stuff. And definitely drug is a no-no for me. Probably thinks a bit of like a, I don't know, a lot of people probably think this is a little bit like wimpy, a little bit pussy or whatever, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. Come on, Harold. How the hell do you not push him off? Man, I can't believe we have not scored this game. What has happened? I suppose I haven't played for like a week, so that could be a bit of it. Wow, that was 2 times where I thought it was going to be an intercept. Oh, what is happening? Rapira with the tackle. I was going for the intercept there because they're going to kick a field goal. 1-0 game, that's not a very good one. We need to rush up. They're going for the field goal right now. Oh, Harold, intercept, intercept. This is the game winner. It's actually worked for us. I can't believe it. Boom. Try time. Game over. Get out of here. A 4-0 to 6-0 win. I'll take it, you know. I was talking about making subs. We haven't even had an opportunity. I don't think it's been, apart from half time and the one time we got thrown over the sideline, been a pretty close match. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, like I said, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with the drugs, alcohol, like, and the part where everyone says, oh, I can't see it coming. Actually, you know what? I don't know how true this, because I don't really know the full details, but I'll get into a next episode, actually. Alright, so we just pick up another victory. Boom, we'll take it. Fisiahi, man of the match. I suppose he played alright. I suppose the highlight for him was the return from the kickoff from the second half. We went straight through. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I really hope. I hope I haven't talked too much shit, to be honest. And I'm not supposed to be like, I'm not intending to be disrespectful to you know, the girl who died, because obviously it's a bad thing that she died. It's just you know, I just felt like talking about it a little bit, express my feelings on it. So let's look at the other results. Oh yes, Bulldogs won. There's a part, like, I want Bulldogs to keep winning, but then I'm like, I'm gonna have to verse them in the grand final maybe. So let's look at all these stuff. I don't really care about all this stuff. I suppose that's the championship or whatever it's called. The ladder. Let's have a look at the ladder, and we're on top. The 3 losses. Bulldogs second. It's a good thing. So I think I'm gonna leave the episode there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. 15 likes, what we're going for. Hopefully you can leave a like for this video, and make sure you subscribe. 550 is getting close, and I'll see you next episode, guys. Bye.